Hi everyone, and welcome back to your fix of careers on the couch. I'm your host Lauren Davies, and I'm here to take you through this month's episode, which will be covering mindset and resilience. There will be 2 parts to this episode, so keep your eyes peeled for part 2 in the coming weeks. In this episode, we will help you understand exactly what mindset is, how it will benefit you personally, and how by adopting a positive outlook on life, you can dramatically improve your career success. So, here's your reminder to grab a cuppa and join us to talk all things mindset and resilience with former Olympian and mindset mentor Chris Cook and interior architecture student Will Grieve.
Mindset, for me, is what's passing through your mind on a minute by minute, second by second basis, forming your decisions, your choices, your views of the world. Your thoughts become your beliefs, because essentially that's what a belief is. A belief is just a set of thoughts that have been repeated so much so, and then your brain has gathered evidence on those thoughts and gone, well, I believe it's true now. And I used to work with disengaged boys and girls for years, so I'd go into prisons, young offenders prisons, pupil referral units, and these were young people who were really, really switched on. Actually, people don't give them enough credit. And the first thing I used to start with was, asking them where their mindset was at, and a lot of them would tell me they were the bad kids at school, they were the bad lads, they caused havoc because they'd done that. They were open about it, but then people had told them that they were the bad kids, so they started to believe it. So now they've got this two-way thing going on. Other people are telling them they're bad kids. They're going, yeah, I am a bad kid. Watch what a bad kid can do. And they would go and do it again. And I used to say to them, your belief in yourself is stronger than anybody else that I've met. You don't have any doubt that you're a bad kid. No, I'm not. I've got no doubt I'm a bad kid. Okay, well, if we can take that belief and we can switch it to something positive, you've got something more valuable than some super talented kids I work with. And once this started, a few of them really took the bait. They're like, oh yeah, that makes sense, because I believe it. And once you can get in between those gaps as a mentor, as a coach, you can really start to plant those seeds and help them grow as that person matures. And then once you start pointing out evidence, that's what the brain's after. The brain is after evidence. Can I make progression at this, and can I see where the evidence is? And once it gets evidence, then goes, well, maybe that thought is helping me to believe. That's the way I see it. So when I start to feel low, that's a really good question. What do I do to make myself feel better? There's a few things I do. I acknowledge why I'm feeling low, so I try and put a finger on what it is. If I can't, that's no problem, but if I can, then I can take those steps to either eliminating it, reducing it, or removing myself from it, and I think that's really important. Second thing I do is just treat myself with a bit of kindness. Whenever anybody says, oh, be kind, I think they immediately think you should be kind to someone else, but actually when I hear the word kindness or be kind, I always bring it back to, am I being kind to myself? Is that conversation in my head a little bit too judgmental? Because it can be, especially when you're trying to achieve something big, or you're trying to get to the end of a course and there's a deadline to hit. Often you can kind of beat yourself up to get there. But my go-tos are the people around me. I think that's really, really important. Keep some really good people around you that understand your triggers and understand you. And me and my wife have almost those conversations where we preempt it, where we say, I'm about to download a load of stuff on you here, get ready. And she knows when I'm ready to talk like that, and sometimes she just lets me talk and doesn't judge, and vice versa. And then just stepping off the grid, stepping off the map, go watch a movie, kick your shoes off, go do something kind and nice, and be a little bit selfish, dare I say. I prefer to say personal, but look out for yourself a little bit. And that's not looking at other people, looking down on other people, and belittling what they're doing. That's just taking some time for yourself and topping yourself up. I've seen some great tweets with masks and stuff saying, you've got to put your own mask on before you help someone else on a flight, that sort of thing. And there's a lot in that, actually. There's a lot in that, definitely. Oh, what tips would I give for someone to stay motivated during the pandemic? Well, let's get the reality check out the way first. We are in this for a long haul. When it kicked off last year, I was in denial. I thought we'd be back after Easter. And somebody said to me, which Easter? And there was a really good question, that, because I was thinking 5 weeks would be through it. 5 weeks is a long time, or it seemed a long time back then. And obviously, as it started to draw out, I realised that there was a long-term plan thing happening here. As soon as that started to happen, I switched my focus to, and this would be my best advice, I switched my focus to working out how I wanted to come out of the pandemic whenever that was. So I wanted to emerge stronger. So I had a mantra. I got myself a mantra that I stick to. Everything I do on a daily basis is, will this help me emerge stronger? If yes, I keep it. If no, I get rid of it. The second thing that I do is I then bury myself into the day. It's pointless lifting your head up to look too far in the future, because there's so much uncertainty. So don't torture yourself with it. Just make sure that you squeeze every last drop out of today. And the last thing would be, reward yourself for it. Because there's very little good news kicking around, and we've got to create our own good news within our own little bubbles. And when we do that, we start to make informed decisions about our little map of the world, our little four corners of the world. And that's really important. Yes, it has shrunk in one area, but it's actually opened up in another. Digitally, we're all more connected than we've ever been. But that's bringing more stress to people, because they've got messengers coming through on 20 different platforms, and it's crazy. I've condensed mine down to a handful. I know a lot of people suffer from FOMO and the fear of missing out on things, but if you take yourself off some platforms that aren't working for you and just condense it down, you'll give yourself such a break, seriously. And last one is, avoid the news. Only tap into the news channels that you really need to, and ask yourself, is what I've just put into my head helping me make informed decisions? If it's not, then it's been useless.
So you're probably wondering why you should try to adopt a more positive outlook when it comes to your career. Well, positive thinking and an optimistic mindset can have a huge impact on your career potential, and it's proven they dramatically help career success. Not only does a positive mindset help you successfully engage with others, but it enhances your self-confidence and boosts your energy. By adopting a more positive outlook, you can also do wonders for your job performance level, and it can potentially lead to a more positive impact on your health. For example, lower stress levels, better sleep, and reduced anxiety.
Thank you for watching this episode of Careers on the Couch. Stay tuned for part 2 for tips and tricks about how to improve your mindset, which will be released in a few weeks' time. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and turn on notification alerts to see when the next video is released. Thanks guys, see you soon.